Hello viewers, today we will be talking about calculating the square of a number using the concept of Vedic maths. The sutra that will be used in this discussion is Yavadunam Tavaduni Kritya Vargacha Yojiyat Sutra, which means that as per the deficiency we have to further reduce it or exceed it, and then we need to calculate the square. Okay, the examples we have taken is 18 square, 379 square, 6013 square and 8016 square. Now let's understand what are the examples and how we can calculate the square under this particular sutra. Now before this particular discussion, in the last discussion we have talked about, suppose we want to calculate the square of 9. So when we talked about calculating the square of 9, this number was close to 10. Next is 999, this number is close to 1000. Suppose we have 1001, this number is close to 1000. 1110, this number was close to 1000. So in the last video, we had already discussed about calculating the square of numbers when we had these values as the reference number. Now, today in today's discussion, we would be talking about, like, instead of 10, if we have 20, it means we have the square of the value of 19 to be calculated, and for 19 this particular number is close to 20. Suppose we need to calculate the square of 406, this number is close to 400. Another example is suppose 199, this number is close to 200. Another example could be like 504, this number is close to 500. So instead of just taking the multiple of 10, 100, 1000 and on, we would be taking the reference of multiple of 10. Means multiple of 10 means 20, 30, 400, 500, 300, means other than ones. So how we need to calculate the square of those particular value, we would be taking in this discussion. Now let's start with the first example. The sutra and the understanding is actually the same. Whatever excess it is, we will further exceed it, and whatever deficient it is, we'll reduce it further, and then we'll perform the square. Now first, taking up the first example, that is 18 square. Now this particular value is close to 20. So what we will be doing is that we will be taking the reference value or the base value as 20. Right. Now how many zeros are there in the base values? The number of zeros in base value is 1, because 20 has only a single zero. Therefore, number of places we have to leave in RHS will be 1. Okay. Another parameter is, here we need to define the multiplying factor. Okay. Now multiplying factor means if we remove out this particular 0, what will be left with? We will be left with 2. So here our multiplying factor will be 2. Now let's start to solve this particular example. We have 18 square. Now when we talk about calculating the square of 18, when we compare this value with 20, so what we did is 20 minus 18. So 20 minus 18 is 2. It means that this particular value is 2 deficient, and when we talk about deficient means minus 2 oblique minus 2 ka square. Now 18 minus 2 is 16, and 2 square, minus 2, minus into minus is going to be plus, and 2 into 2 is 4. Fine till here. Next, we have identified that the multiplying factor is 2 over here. So what we need to do is that we need to multiply 2 over here. So 16 into 2 comes to be 32 oblique 4. So our final answer is 324. So how did we begin? We identified what is the close of the reference value. The reference value is 20. So we compared this value with 20. How much deficient it is? It is 2 deficient. So 18 minus 2 will come out to be 16. And minus 2 was the deficiency. Minus into minus is plus. 2 into 2 will be 4. Now what is the multiplying factor? Multiplying factor is 2. So 16 2s are 32. 2 का स्क्वायर किया हमने, ये आ गया 4. सो वी हैव RHS as 4 and LHS as 32. So the final answer is 324. Taking the next example, so 18 square came out to be 324. Starting with the next example, the next is to compute the square of 379. So as we can look up into the number, we have two possibilities. This number can be considered close to either 300 or 400. The simple logic is, when we compare it with 300, it is 79 more, and when we compare it with 400, it is 21 deficient. Okay, so what is the closest value? Closest value is 400. So we will be taking the reference value of 400. So we have, it is close to 400. So the reference value or the base value will be 400. Number of zeros in the base value, 400 has 2 zeros. So number of zeros in the base value is 2. Hence the number of places in RHS will be 2. Logically, when we remove out these two particular zeros, so we are left with 4. So the multiplying factor is going to be 4. Now we start with the calculation. Before proceeding for the calculation, we identify how much deficient is 400 when we compare it with 379. Using Nicolam Sutra, deficiency comes out to be 21. So we start with 379 minus 21. It is 21 deficient. Whatever deficient, we further lessen it. And again 21 ka square. So 379 minus 21, this will come out to be 358. So we have LHS as 358 oblique, we need to calculate the square of 21. So 21 is 441. Here we have 441. Okay, the next thing we need to do is that we need to identify what is the multiplying factor. What's the multiplying factor? It is 4. So 358 will be multiplied by 4, and here we have 441. We'll talk about the excess and the RHS later on once we have done with the multiplication. So 358 will be multiplied by 4. So it will be, LHS will be 1432 oblique 441. Now the number of places in RHS is 2. So what we have to think about, we have to retain 2 places, and whatever excess it is, 4 is the excess, so 4 will be carried on to RHS and it will be added to it. So it will come out to be 1436 oblique 41. So we'll compile with the answer. The answer is 143641. So just flashing back, 379, this number is close to 400. Comparing with 400, it is 21 deficient. So 379 minus 21 and oblique minus 21 square. Now when we subtract this value, we get 358. 21 into 21 will be 441, and minus into minus will come out to be plus. Now because we have a multiplying factor of 4, this number will be multiplied by 4. LHS will come out to be 1432. Now talking about RHS, RHS has to retain 2 places. 2 places means these 2 values has to be retained. 4 is the overflow, for 4 will be carried to the LHS and will be added over here. We have to remember a basic rule that always first we need to multiply and then we need to accommodate the RHS value. Otherwise the calculation is going to be definitely wrong. So multiply means, here as you can see, first I have done with the multiplication, and after multiplication whatever excess was there in the RHS, that value was accommodated into the LHS. So we have to always follow this rule that first we have to multiply and then we have to accommodate the value from the RHS into the LHS. Now taking the next example. The next example is 6013 square. Now this number is closest to logically 6000. So we will be taking the reference value as 6000 or the base value as 6000. The number of zeros in the base value is 1, 2, 3. So here we need to write as 3, or the number of places in RHS will also be 3. Now when we hide out these 3 zeros, what is the left value? 6 is left, and hence the multiplying factor will be 6. Now comparing 6000 with 6013, this value is 13 excess. So as I told you the rule, whatever excess it, further excess it, and whatever deficient is, further reduce it. So we have 6013, 13 is excess. Excess means again we need to add 13 over here, and here it will be 13 square. So this will be 6026. 13 square is 169. I think 13 3s are 39, 3 here. So 13 13s are 169. As I've told you, always we need to multiply and then we need to accommodate the excess value of RHS. The multiplying factor is 6. So we have 6026 into 6. 12, 13, 14, 15 and 36. So LHS will come out to be 36156/169. Right. Now identifying what is the excess value or whether there is any excess value in the RHS. RHS need to maintain 3 places. So already here we have 3 places, no excess value. So finally our answer is 36156/169. So we have 36156/169. Next we proceed with the last example, that is 8016 square. This value is close to 8000, so the reference or the base value will be 8000. Number of zeros in the base value is 3, so the number of places we have to leave down in the RHS will also be 3. Identifying what is the multiplying factor, for that we need to hide off the 3 zeros. So the multiplying factor is 8. Now making out whether this number is excess or deficient with respect to the base value, because we have taken the base value as 8000, this number is 16 excess, and when we talk about 16 excess, it means it will be 16 plus. So we have 8016 plus 16 oblique 16 ka square, because we had plus 16, so here either we can go for writing it as plus 16 square. So LHS will be 8032 and 16 16s are 256. Okay, what is the multiplying factor? The multiplying factor is 8. So we have 24, 25 and 8 8s are 64. We have done with the LHS and the RHS is 256. Number of places in RHS is 3. So we have already 3 places in the RHS. We don't have any excess. We don't have any overflow. So the final answer will be 64256,256. So we have 64256,256. Hence, summing up the discussion, as we have looked up into these 4 examples, the first 2 examples I have taken were deficient examples, and these 2 examples were excess example. What do you mean by excess and deficient? Here when we take the reference of 20, it was 2 less. This number was 21 less. Here we had the reference value of 6000 and here it was 13 more, and this particular example was 16 more. So just a simple logic, whatever number we have, suppose we have the number n whose square has to be calculated, simply we use n plus minus deficient or excess. Whatever deficient or excess it is with respect to that particular base value, and depending upon plus minus excess, whatever excess we had or deficient it has, we have to simply square that particular value. The only thing we have to ensure is that once we have done the calculation for the LHS, We further identify what is the multiplying factor. We multiply that particular factor with the LHS, and at the last, whatever value excess we had from the RHS, that value is added, and that will give the final answer. Thanks a lot.